Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Dirt 5 on PlayStation 5. Alright, where are we on? Ultracross? Alright, we're getting close to New Year's, right? Well, you're gonna hear some fireworks here and there. But I'm here for you, so we can watch, we can enjoy New Year's together. Just like you would with the rest of your family, in your own house alone. Only being able to talk to each other online. In that sense, I'm just like your family at this point. And probably just as annoying. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, this thing. Alright, come on. I have a hard time distinguishing the track from the ground. Real obvious delineation where one begins and the other ends. Like the color scheme on this is terrible. Apparently hasn't been a problem until now. Bitch. Oh boy, I do not like this track at all. Wow, it feels like so difficult to navigate. It's just too much like brown. The track is brown, the sides are brown, the barriers are brown. Like I need a little bit more of a hint of where the turns are, other than this patch of brown and maybe this patch of brown. This track. Hopefully I don't play this too much. Ooh, I did not like that at all. That was not fun. Icebreaker. That is like going on blind date and bringing up the topic of your ex-wife gone missing. Good icebreaker. And she say, what happened to her? And he say, I don't know, maybe same happened to you. Haha, just kidding. That is crazy. These turns are harsh, man. Oh, that looked like I went somewhere. Straight into a wall. Feathering and the accelerator does wonders. That's the same way you should treat a clitoris. Ow, ow. Oh, maybe not that rough. Don't use Turk 5 as your sex aid. Oh, yeah, I almost got that line. Not defined, but coming more early. With all those perfect lines. Which is why I try to work out every day. Of course, those perfect lines ain't coming anytime soon. I can tell you that. That's where we may have to go see the surgeon. I just want to drive through that template. It won't let me though. Gymkhana. Okay. Or Gymkhana. Five jumps. Oh, come on. Jesus. So difficult. Pretty much the only thing I can really complete are the drifts. Sprained. Han circuit reverse, no way. Weird sex position. Han circuit reverse. Oh, it's the oval, okay. It seems way easy. Just an oval at night when it's snowing. Which would be terrifying normally, but since it's a video game, you know, I have to feel the force of how fast I'm driving against my body to scare the shit out of me. That is the only thing really missing from sort of the simulation is the weight of something. The weight of the force pushing against your body. Which I hope that is never simulated ever. Stampede. knocked around. Turn is like super tight. Like Abigail Johnson turns. Whoop. No. Off the cliff. But the chevrons are going the other way. God dang. 50-50. Fireworks. Yeah. Looks like what's going on outside right now. It's like the opposite of every Tinder date I've been on. I'm just kidding. Nobody's gonna swipe right on me. Right. Yeah, I do like these day and night cycles too. I think they look really good. Even though I'm not particularly fond of night driving, I don't think the courses are lit up anywhere near enough. I understand they're trying to give you a certain amount of effect, you know, to impress your friends about how you saw some nice graphics, but I'd rather just have a well-lit track with some darkness around it rather than, you know, darkness inside of the track, because I have to drive on the thing. I prefer to see things rather than not. You know, unless it's my portrait, then yeah, I cover that shit up. Wide liberal filters. You know, you can always tell, like, the most popular flavor of a beverage and the least popular, because least popular is the last one left on the shelf. I was like, well, I don't hate it, but I certainly don't love it the most. Get ready. Oh, rough. Yeah. I have no idea that was coming. Well, I'm sure the car looks fine after all that. There's tarmac in a game called Dirt. I have to say the sound design is really good in this game too. I mean, if you have a nice third round home theater system, that's like the best way to go. You know, kind of next up would be a good pair of headphones. Whatever was that close to the radar or anything. Incheon Village. Okay. Don't care what you have to say, announcers. You were on mute for a reason. Pathfinder. Is this one where I need the chase cam? I think it is. Oh no, not this one. Good. Only the one kind of event that needs a chase cam. Definitely the chase cam style game. Ah, son of a bitch. More one ending. Terrible. You can't do it this way nor that way. I see what you did there. Over jump. coming in. I mean, maybe? Seems like it. Somewhat. Boy. Right. Am I hitting the end? I have more tracks to do. Oh, okay. Uh, well, this is audap for you. You've been watching Dirt 5 on PlayStation 5. I thought I had one more or two more races to race, but maybe just getting any race on that last portion of the circuit brings up the ending. Well, what can I say about this game? This game is really fun. I think it is one of the standouts of the next generation games. You know, I understand it's not 100% completely built for the ground up for next gen systems. I mean, there is a PlayStation 4 version and an Xbox One S, X, whatever they call it, version as well. But if you're purchasing it on the PlayStation Store, then you actually have a version that's specifically made for the PlayStation 5 that you can purchase instead of just having a PlayStation 4 version running on a PlayStation 5. So that's nice. So there are some extra little details here and there which are added into the PlayStation 5 version. And you know, you won't get confused on which version is running which because you only have one choice, unlike some other next-gen games on the PlayStation Store. The track design is really good. The only races I didn't really like were the sprint car races because the way sprint cars handle really has nothing to do with the way the game was designed. I'd say that the graphics are very, very impressive. You know, there's a lot of use of HDR lighting, real subtle, used only when necessary, which is the way it should be done. You know, obviously no ray trace reflections or lighting or anything like that. I think it's a little bit too early to expect that from a racing game quite yet. But what is there is very, very nice looking. I've been playing on the performance mode. So this is the mode that can get up to 120 hertz. or 120 frames per second if you have a display capable of that. My display is not. I can only do 60. My panel refreshes at 120, but the input coming in is always 60, so it just does some doubling for me. But if you do want to take advantage of the 120 hertz mode, just bear in mind that I don't think it ever actually hits 120 hertz mode. It does get fairly close, but it hovers somewhere around the 100 hertz, 100 frames per second, somewhere around there. Some areas obviously are going to dip into the 90s, but they'll always be above 60, which is what's good about that mode. And if you have the correct display and the cables and all the other fun stuff, it's not perfect, obviously, because as you can see, during some of the corners, you'd get some frame drops, so you get some little choppy behavior here and there. It never really affected the race because the times where you do see it, again, it's when you're taking a wide corner or a sharp corner and it's loading in the next sort of section for you to play. But it happens, without any degradation of the controls or anything, so it works out fine, I think. I'd like to see them continue to patch it, work on it, and get it to the point where it is, at a lock 60 all the way through. I don't think they could possibly get it at a locked 120. I think there's just too much detail going on, and I don't know if they can get it optimized for both systems to do 120. Might take some work, and they might get there, but by the time that happens, Dirt 6 will be out. The development cycles on these are very, very fast, so sequels come out, quickly, which is good and bad about the way the franchise works. Codemasters has always done a good job with their games. They've been on a roll lately, with the exception of the remake of Grid. I think that was the only stumbling block they had, but Dirt Rally 2.0 was good, and this game is also excellent. If you're okay with a game that is primarily a arcade style racer, if you're looking for more sim style racing, then that is where you'd have to go to one of the other franchises. This is really more arcade handling, so there's going to be automatic traction control and automatic some automatic kind of braking, although it doesn't really feel like it. There's going to be some steering assistance as well. I think you could turn some of that off, but for the most part, a lot of it does feel like you're in an arcade cabinet with a giant, well, not giant, but a half-size wheel playing, playing on like a rumbling cabinet. At least that's the feeling it gives for me. Yeah, and I can easily suggest this to folks that like the arcade racing feel. You may be still waiting for Gran Turismo if you want the truly authentic experience, or maybe the next time they do Grid, maybe that'll be a little bit closer to what a realistic experience is for a road style race. If you want that, then this is not that game. There's a little bit of tarmac here and there in the courses, but for the most part, you are going to race on, dirt or ice surfaces, and really like the way they've done all that. Obviously, I'm not playing any of the music that's licensed. I've never liked the selection of music and the licensees that they managed to sign up partnerships with. I don't know why they keep doing it. Their in-house musicians are absolutely fantastic. I wish they would just let them write the songs, let them write the music, let them do their job, because they do an excellent job all year round. And then, they kind of get, swooped in with all these, record deals and contract deals. And I wish it wouldn't happen, because I don't think it does justice to that sound department. Because they do all the mid, the mid transition work songs and all the sound effects, and that's all done really, really well. I wish they'd continue to do that. Plus, it would make it easier for us who are streaming this thing. Then we have to worry about muting the sound, or possibly having not just demonetizing, but having videos not even get approved, so you wouldn't get to see them, much less talk about them, or possibly even purchase one of these songs if you liked what you heard. It is what it is, but that would be my preference if they would go forward, Codemasters and all the games, and Ubisoft and the other publishers. It's just, don't worry about this licensed music. We don't need it. You know, if they really wanted to do that, then they could work something out with Sony about using external soundtracks, you know, like in the good old Xbox, original Xbox days. And somewhat for the 360. They had the feature for the 360, but nowhere near as sophisticated as the Xbox One, which is funny to think about. I would say that if you're a multi-system owner, if you've even managed to get a hold of one of these next-gen systems, and you know, good luck to you if you have. You know, I had to hunt around for you know, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. You know, every day across all of these digital storefronts in order to finally get one. And you know, a month behind on everything. But if you're going to get one and you have a choice between the two platforms, then for this game in particular, I would say go with the PlayStation 5 version. You get the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, all of which add a lot to the experience of a racing game. I think in the future, if you're looking for multi-platform racing games, then the PlayStation 5 is definitely going to be the place where you want to purchase them, just because of those adaptive triggers. I mean, they really give you more sense of the track than sound and visuals can possibly do. Because there's a lot of additional bumps which I felt during my gameplay, which I never would have experienced if I had it on any other system. So probably going forward, if there's a racing game out there and it's cross-platform, I'm going to get it on the PlayStation 5, most likely. You know, unless there's some sort of weird issue with the with that version. Yeah, and I didn't check out the online in the videos because I don't really do online videos or online gameplay for my videos. But you know, outside of here, I did play a couple rounds, and it's very, very smooth. You know, I really didn't detect a lot of lag. Nothing that wasn't something I could deal with. I did notice once or twice that maybe I got a little bit of lag here and there. I'm not sure what end that happens with. If it was my end or if it was from the receiving person's end or whatever. But I was pretty happy with the way it played. And I think most people will be if they are interested in playing online. There's a lot of players out there who managed to purchase it. Maybe not a whole lot of PlayStation 5 players, but certainly a lot of PlayStation 4 players are out there. It seems like it's not the most popular title in the Codemasters ring. But enough people out there so that you won't have a problem, you know, setting up a matchmaking, or even better if you have some friends who bought it as well. Of course, I only bought the standard edition. You can buy the edition with more of the cars, but you know, you saw me. I like use like 2 cars for every type of race. You know, I do no customization, no livery changes, no nothing. I just want to race if I can possibly help it. You know, if they could give me that, then I'm pretty happy with the racing game. All the other stuff I really don't care about. You know, but if you are somebody that cares about that and you want the additional cars, then yes, some of those cars are real money, and you will have to purchase them. And I don't believe some of them are you can play the game and earn them. I think there are some cars which are locked out through real money. Not a lot, but some. Maybe the ones that you want. You know, who knows? But I'm not that kind of gamer, so it's okay with me. You know, I don't even customize my character in a role-playing game. It's like default face. You know, I may change the color of his hair and skin, but that's about it. So yeah, I think, you know, go out and pick this game up if you like the Dart series. It's another great game in that series. If you're new to the PlayStation 5 and you have some extra money lying around after dropping $500 plus the 70 for whatever first party game, then this is really good. This is a really good game to pick up. I think you'll have fun with it. It takes advantage of those adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, and it adds a lot to the experience. And it's something, you know, other than Astro that does that, and that's a nice thing to experience on the system. You know, other than that, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I generally tend to like these kind of games from Codemasters. I think, you know, if it really wasn't for Criterion, they really would be #1 on the racing heap. You know, for me more so than even Polyphony Digital, because I'm not really into their kind of games. But yeah, I hope we see another game in this series. I hope it continues to move on. I hope Grid also, you know, has a little evolution of its own so that we can enjoy that series again. And Dirt Rally was fantastic as well. I don't think we'll see any sort of patch for that to use the adaptive traverse. You know, they'll probably Dirt 3 or Dirt Rally 3 before that ever happens. Yeah, so there you go. That was Dirt 5. That was the ending. Obviously, it's a racing game ending, and not like some sort of dramatic thing that's going to go on. You know, you're not going to find out your brother was trying to kill the president or anything. It's just racing, but that's good enough for me, and I'm happy with that personally. I don't know. There's supposed to be some victory music here or something. Thankfully, the DJs are nice and quiet, not to listen to their dumbasses. I don't know. To me, those DJs are like, I'm sure they're really nice guys, and I'm sure they're very funny to their friends. But to me, it's like listening to two weathermen tell jokes. It's like, oh, boy, that's really funny. Maybe you had to be there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a happy new year, and hopefully it's a good one for you as and your families. Stay safe out there as always, and I will see you at the next stream here in just a couple minutes.